Crypto presents exciting new opportunities for the investment-minded, but it's also volatile and accelerating in complexity. That's why we created Token Metrics, an intelligent crypto platform backed by an industry-leading combination of data, AI, and media that feeds optimized portfolios to crypto investors. Featuring Token Metrics ratings to help you find the best investment opportunities in real time, an indices page that showcases various model portfolios, and deep insights into price predictions and technical analysis. A dedicated NFT dashboard that evaluates NFT collections and assets by our machine learning algorithm to find the most profitable and secure NFTs across all available blockchains. Plus, with access to Token Metrics TV, monitor 24/7 exclusive crypto news and analysis. Whether you're a first-time trader or a seasoned crypto investor, you can stay informed and in control, backed by your all-in-one crypto companion, Token Metrics. Take control of crypto today at Token Metrics.
We are live. This is the market update. I'm your host, Bill Noble. If you need a roadmap in crypto, subscribe to this channel. Turn on alerts so you know when we're going live. And if the content works for you, smash the like button. This show is brought to you by tokenmetrics.com. We have a 25% off coupon, NFT25. 25% off any plan. Sign up today. Let's welcome who's on the stream. Ali from London here first. Appreciate you, sir. Crypto Lion with Notorious Love. Thank you. Ashton, Bull Runner, Millennial Wealth, right? Chris says DFYN is ripping. Okay. Aiken with some Notorious Love. Bubba is here. Malaysia, up late at night. California, Pat, hello. On the beach in OC. Sounds fantastic. Okay, Millennial Wealth is holding XRP. That's a legal case. Somebody is in an Uber in London. Love it. Love it. Right? Love those English cabs. Okay, Astrobot Society is here. Andre, thank you. Okay, somebody wants to fire my dry power. LAG Pro wants to fire my dry power, leave it and forget it until 2024. Sounds good. I'd wait a week and a half, right? Wait for Labor Day and see what kind of rally you get off the ETH Merge. Okay, and then we'll talk about October. But don't get too crazy. Don't get too crazy. We want to be long. We want to trade it, right? But don't put the rent money in and forget about it just yet, because November should be interesting. Okay, Pancakes is here checking in from the planet Earth. We have Dubai, top recruits. Thank you for the Notorious Love. We have Thailand. Okay, Bit Freedom says we rip any minute now. Very, very possible. Weekend FOMO. It's been a trend, right? The market makes these FOMO moves over the weekend. Don't doubt it. Bill, where's the painting? The backdrop is under construction. So I'm Notorious Bill. If you know the history of Notorious Bill, you'll know he had someone in his life called Little Kim. Okay. My significant other looks somewhat like Little Kim, and Little Kim reserves the right to redecorate at any time. Routine Cheese, welcome. London is here. Okay. It's Eileen. Eileen, welcome. India. Okay. Somebody's here for community engagement. We have a robust chat and a lot of smart people here. San Antonio Heat for Karen, right? Let's blast it. The calm before the ETH storm from Aiken. Routine Cheese says, Bill, Zcash now or at 73? Ooh. I say buy it on top of 76. Let it go to 100 and then reevaluate it on a dip, not investment advice. I don't want to give the whole stream away just yet. Okay. So somebody just checked Astrobot Twitter for any Discord invites. Super excited for this project. Okay. Best from Sweden. Astrobot Society on Twitter. I recommend following that Twitter site. Okay, we've got the UK. Somebody can't wait for Ian's 100x gem. Yes, that video was recorded today. I don't know if it's customers only. I suspect it is. NFT 25 for the 25% discount. Bubba wants me to get a little Kim poster. You know what? I was thinking about just that. I'm trying to talk little Kim into just that. Okay. British Columbia in the house. Where is ETH support? 1860. We'll go over that. Okay. NerdRx says the ETH merge is going to crash the market in September because it's going to 2x everything else in ETH land. So ETH rallies at the expense of the rest of the market. That is something I have not heard yet. Is it altcoin season yet? No. No. It's ETH and big cap season, right? September, you may get some altcoin FOMO. I suspect it's all going to be in the big coins. Big coins like Polkadot, Cardano, ETH, all this stuff that's underperformed, even Bitcoin, right? A lot of this stuff is underperformed, and ETH may be the leader. Okay, we have Vietnam here. Okay, Token Metrics Inc. is in the feed, giving you the link to Astrobot Society Twitter. Don't just stand there. Follow the channel. Okay. Okay, people have borrowed a ton of money. Somebody is talking about COVID. We will actually, I believe I have monkeypox somewhere in here, right? Let me see if I can get that up and do a little of that action. We'll have that for later. Okay, let's jump into the news. Okay, here's your news. ETH merge date gets moved up by 4 days. Okay, why this change is significant? Okay, the launch will reduce $100 million worth of ETH that would have otherwise been issued. So they're moving up the merge date. They're squeezing the supply. Interesting. 12% of Americans believe the Inflation Reduction Act will reduce inflation. Fascinating. The government wants to decrease inflation by spending $980 billion, some of which are on IRS agents. Our military is understaffed by 25,000 people, apparently because Gen Z is A, uninterested, and B, and not in good enough physical condition to pass the Army physical. I'm not one to talk. But it's interesting that they want to hire 3 times as many IRS agents as we need to staff our military. Fascinating, as Mr. Spock would say. French annual inflation hits 6.1%. Spain's annual inflation hits 10.8%. And just in case you're not having enough fun, in Germany, Google searches for firewood have exploded. Okay, recently I talked about Europe being told by European governments, telling its citizens expect siege conditions. Wood will be used for heating where possible. That is a prediction from Deutsche Bank. How can central bank raise rates when we're all huddled around oil drums, burning wood and newspaper to keep warm, like in the Great Depression? So the next Fed bazooka strike in September, I mean, what are they going to do? Hike rates on people who can't get groceries and can't heat their homes? Please, right? Welcome to the war on code. Oh my God. Tornado Cash, the story you've been waiting for. Crypto Twitter reacts to the arrest of an alleged Tornado Cash developer. Okay, let's see what we got here. Somebody on Twitter says, I'm short of words, I'm short of breath. They detained him for writing code. Okay? These terrorist organizations called traditional nations must be dismantled. Okay? So somebody wrote computer code and they want to scare everybody. Good luck with that. Good luck with this. When has this ever worked? When has heavy-handed totalitarian tactics ever worked? If anything, they're giving publicity to the privacy sector. They're making the crypto sector more focused on privacy. So instead of me jumping up and down, a consensus going, hey, everybody, Zcash, and everybody going, yeah, whatever, Bill. They're not saying that anymore. Okay. Now, unfortunately, this poor guy had to go to jail. Okay. And I'm fascinated to see what evidence they came up with, right? This transcends Ethereum and applies to any decentralized system. It's an overt attack on human rights and casts a chilling effect over developers of open source software. Okay? Authoritarians who perpetrate human rights violation should be repelled by any and all means necessary. A lot of people don't realize this, but the United States of America was formed over a tax revolt. No taxation without representation. There's something called the Boston Tea Party, where they took the tea from England and dumped it into Boston Harbor, right? Telling Americans, telling Western citizens, telling anybody that they don't have the right to defend themselves, right? Because I'm not advocating privacy for pirates. I'm advocating privacy as a way to protect yourself from hackers, people who want to look in your wallet. Now, everybody is up in arms and the government's the bad guy for arresting Tornado Cash. So it makes for a good headline. But unfortunately, this one individual is going to wind up being a hero because he will be the one remembered for igniting the privacy revolution, where people go, wait a minute, this isn't just for pirates. We need this. So Zcash, Rose, don't go anywhere. We've got that coming up. Okay. Secret Network. Keep talking about this, right? Full-length NFT movie and privacy for your NFT wallet versus Nansen and the whole world looking into your wallet on the ETH network, right? All right. I got some breaking Twitter news. Okay. So here it is. I think I'm still sharing the screen. Here's the boss, Ian Bellina. Okay. Just finished recording the video. The video should be coming out next week, exclusive to Token Metrics customers. NFT 25 until the 15th. Okay. Meanwhile, back at the SEC ranch. Okay. Now, privacy, Tornado Cash, government full of it. SEC, now just hold on a second. Okay. Now, I think there could be FOMO over the weekend in crypto, but we better start paying attention to this comment. Okay. The SEC wants hedge funds to start reporting their crypto exposure. Okay. To report a Celsius Voyager debacle where some legacy entity may blow up because they were exposed to crypto. SEC chairman says a very significant part of our financial system is growing and growing faster and is about to overtake the entire commercial banking system. That has far less regulation and far less transparency. Now he's talking about derivatives, digital assets, of which crypto is included. Okay. This article from the Wall Street Journal simply tells you that the SEC is not playing around. And there is what I would call headline risk over the next 2 weeks. So I'm anticipating that this is an ETH Merge FOMO weekend. And then after that, you chill. Either the market chills and goes sideways, That's preferable. Or we could have a couple of dippy-doos where, you know, you might want to get involved or just sit by and let go by while you're at the beach with your ETH Merge profits, which hopefully you've got, because I've been pounding the table on the bull case for weeks. Okay. If there's going to be a problem in mid-August, this could be it. Now, back to the use case for crypto. Why the Fed may need the Treasury's help soon. The central bank will be paying much more interest on reserves to control inflation. Okay. Now, that headline is a little bit misleading. Okay. But commercial banks hold $2.5 trillion at the Fed. So when the Fed raises rates, they got to pay the banks that deposit money in the Fed more money. And the Wall Street Journal thinks that the Fed is going to have to go running to the Treasury for help to pay interest to its depositors. And you're like, what? Yeah. Where are they going to get the money? I mean, everyone's like, oh, yeah, interest rates are going 8%. Now, that's possible. The Fed may have to do what the Fed has to do if inflation is out of control. Okay. You know, a box of 60 eggs at Walmart when COVID first came out, it was thought to be shocking that it went to $9. I checked the 60 pack yesterday, $16.75. Eggs. Okay. Now, that may mean it's over. Well, it's probably over because the Fed can't pay out any more interest. So if they're going to fire the bazooka, they're going to do it in September. And then there's all kinds of reasons why they may need to just chill out. Okay. Now, this is complicated, but it's cool. So first of all, Rizan Saunders is the chief strategist of Charles Schwab, a legacy institution I used to work for. Schwab is very savvy. They don't incur costs for publishing research, you know, which has to be registered with the government. And, you know, as soon as you call something research, you know, everybody and their brother has to approve it. So you know what they do? They just put it out on Twitter. So Lizanne Saunders and many other legacy analysts, this is actually made by Goldman. I remember it when I was there. It's called the Financial Conditions Index. When it's high, things are tight, right? This will sell in May and go away, right? Right at the top. And then down here at the bottom, you know, stocks are up, you know, commodities are down, things are a little bit more, okay? So this is helping drive crypto. That's good. If financial conditions stay this way, if they stay low, if they stay crypto friendly, right? Because financial conditions, you read it as up here is tighter and up here is sort of easier. So tight, sell, easy, buy. If they stay easy by Labor Day, okay, that's roughly 2 weeks from now, then I can tell you what I'm going to do. Barring some change in my Gann work, I want to be there for the September to remember. Fingers crossed that I get this right. But financial conditions as of now are friendly towards risk assets. Now, some shocking news. The media published something positive about cryptocurrency. It's a positive cryptocurrency headline. Gee, ETH only had to go from 800 to 2,000 before we got one. New Ripple report reveals 76% of financial institutions expected to use crypto by 2025. Cool. So which crypto do you want to use? One where they can spy on everything you do? I saw a BitBoy Instagram where he's wearing sunglasses saying that if the world goes to central bank digital currencies, they can actually stop you from spending your money. They may not be able to take it, or they might, but they can stop you from using it. So, do you want Bitcoin? Do you want ETH? Do you want Zcash? Do you want to be on a layer one where the whole world can't just peer in and see what you're doing? What do you want to transact in? The financial institutions will be using crypto because you will be using crypto. The question is how to navigate all the negative volatility that may be coming in the fall, right? That's why I'm saying if you're going to make money in crypto being long, you want to do it over this weekend and the second half of September. Okay, just in case you think we don't need crypto in the world, here is an individual in Lebanon who had $210,000 in a bank in downtown Beirut, and he can't get it out of that bank. So he picked up his AK-47, okay, which fires a very big round, all right, and he decided to go into his local bank and have a discussion with the head of customer service while carrying his AK. Right? Everybody gets all down on crypto. Everyone's like, oh my God, it's a bull trap. Trust me. 4 years from now, you'll be saying Zcash was at 70 and ETH was at 1800 and I balked. Now there's going to be a lot of volatility in the meantime, and I don't want anybody FOMOing in because the SEC is out there, but you know. And because I just can't control myself, I got to have a Zcash painting or poster. Anybody who likes this as my backdrop, feel free to leave a comment right down below. Now, just in case you think kings can't get any weirder, right? So why can't the Fed tighten anymore? Well, they can't pay out the interest to people who deposit money at the Fed. Okay. People in Germany are going to be heating their homes with firewood outside. Sad. And monkeypox. Okay. Waco monkeypox patient encourages other to be cautious. Where's Waco? It's 30 minutes north from where I am. Right? So when you get a monkeypox headline in your local paper, this is going to hit home. And as I've said before, this is so painful, I can't even talk about it on the air. The place where you get the bad rash that hurts so bad, and painkillers don't kill it. 30 minutes from where I live. Headed for the bunker. Okay, Aiken says, Bill, fun fact, I learned the WEF was created the same year as President Nixon, okay, removed the USA off the gold standard. Coincidence. Okay, so when we removed the US off the gold standard, that was when the United States declared that, hey, we can print because we're the world's reserve currency. Well, they did this. They printed for the Vietnam War in the 70s. And we wound up with 20% interest rates in the 80s. Printing money and quantitative easing is not in any economics textbook that I ever read in college because it was assumed that printing money led to hyperinflation and nobody needs to study it because no one would ever do it. Okay, so we all know that's ridiculous. But what's not ridiculous is that crypto may not be a hedge against inflation when the Fed is tightening. But when the stagflation or the recession and inflation, or said more dramatically, when you lose your job or someone loses their job and their unemployment check is not enough to buy food, never mind food and shelter, that is stagflation. When stagflation comes, the necessity for crypto will be there. The use case will arrive. Now, what may be ironic is, as the use case arrives, who knows what kind of ungodly volatility there could be in crypto as stagflation arrives. I suspect it's up in September and God knows what in October and November. But I also suspect that if crypto does get hammered again, after it gets hammered or it dips or whatever, That will be the dawn of the new era. You'll need it. You won't just want to invest in it. You'll need it, which is what Snowden told the crypto community at Consensus, right? Stop investing in crypto, he said, and start using it. I would retranslate that is put the degen away. Buy crypto with a use case. Buy crypto that can survive a bump in the road, and buy crypto that's the future of money. Okay. Now, let's kick in to your market update. Pancake says, give the man some likes. For goodness sakes, listen to Pancakes. Smash that like button. All right, folks, here's market update. Merge FOMO. Okay, so, you know, ETH at 1,000, 1,250, we're like ETH. Now, Google searches for the ETH Merge are at an all-time high. Yikes. Doesn't necessarily make me want to be massively bullish, right? Because I don't like it when I have company on my view. That said, do not underestimate what happens if you start to get FOMO in ETH. Okay, because you will get FOMO in ETH. Okay, it'll be in spurts. I suspect the first spurt's over the weekend. Don't quote me on that, but it can happen. Everybody seems to be like, oh, yeah, nothing's happening, not doing much. Okay. You know, if all these people decide to hit the green button at the same time, yeah, it might be a short-term top. It might not be. Or it might be a top and ETH may just sit. But if everybody hit, all these people could hit the green button all at the same time. Okay, let's look at ETH on a very short-term chart. 89-minute ETH might be relevant over the weekend if this trend line drawn off the lows held. It's kind of an outside-the-box trend line. The Williams oscillator has come back to zero, which means there could be a move here. It could sit still for a little while, but there could be a move over the weekend. When that thing gets to zero, things happen. ETH moves. Now, in terms of our quant levels, just to go over this, somebody asked, where's the support in ETH? It's 1867. Also, from an ad coming in through Facebook, there is no 800 ETH giveaway. Do not send ETH to anybody, okay? We're streaming to Facebook. We want to give our people out there some love, but there's some nefarious actors. So back to ETH, 1867 is support. If ETH cannot go below 1867 and it just sits right above there, then 2100 is next, and that could be Sunday night. So for Australia morning, that is what could happen. Somebody wants to look at Harmony, we will do that. Okay, Bitcoin volatility. Here's a question. What happens if Bitcoin does nothing for the next 2 weeks in August? Nothing. Everyone goes to the beach. The fund managers are gone. Bitcoin does nothing. Okay. Well, that bottom statistic, the Bollinger Band width, right? Bollinger Band width is basically already at the low where it was in October 20th and October and July of 2021. Bollinger Bands are, they use statistics and moving averages. So when the market's volatile, the bands get wide. When the market does nothing, the bands contract. And TradingView TradingView condenses the measure down to just give you one simple line to show you the width of the bands, which is a nice proxy for how volatile the market is. So green band high, market volatile. Green band low, market dead. Bitcoin is about as dead as it was in October of 2020. No one was interested. Bitcoin did nothing while DeFi raged during DeFi summer. Then Bitcoin got hit when DeFi topped in September, and everyone was like, oh, this is not going to happen. And then Saylor came in, and it was just a moonshot. The same thing happened in July. You know, the thing crashed into June. It slumped into July. It was over. It's below 30K. The sky is falling. Went straight up, made a new high. Now, Bitcoin is sitting at 24K and doing nothing. And if it does nothing for 2 more weeks, you're going to have another Bollinger Band width signal. That one of the things that people are not focusing on is that the ETH Merge could reinforce the case for big cap crypto. Everyone's searching Google for next crypto to explode, right? It may be the big caps. Now, you're not going to get a 10x out of it. If you want to get a 10x, you got to go to the Token Metrics ratings page, which you get with the $19 a month plan. Okay, it'll show you the small caps that are highly rated, right? That's for customers. I don't show that on the stream, but you can get it for $19 a month. And then I mentioned that there's an NFT 25 coupon. Point is, what happens if Bitcoin sits still? The more it sits still, the higher it's going to go. Because if ETH smokes higher, it's not going to go higher by itself. Other cryptos are going to follow. My guess is it's already happening. Like Bitcoin is going to follow, Polkadot's going to go, and Cardano is a dark horse. And I can't stop talking about Zcash, and I don't want you to get sick of me, so I'll chill. Bitcoin on the upside. One upside target is 30. Another upside target is 39. A different way to say it, in my opinion, the market is going to go up until people like it. I think the biggest chunk of the rally will be September. Okay? But in August, expect sideways action and watch out for the SEC. I had a colleague who used to say, you know what? If the market went up and you missed it, you missed it. There'll be another trade. If you missed 800 to 1800, if you missed it, you missed it. You want to do a trade over the weekend? Fine. Right? I say buy the dip in the second half of August. Now, you want to maintain a core long? Great. Right? Bitcoin is probably a decent core long. Where's it going? 20? Not really. So 30 or 39. Dollar index. Still believe this is a top. Dollar index is bouncing today. It's bouncing off a moving average. It's logical to think that support has held. I don't like these divergences. Dollar made a new high. RSI made lower highs, and frequently the second leg of a down move off a negative divergences is the worst one. Let me say that again. When you have a negative divergence like this, the second down move is more severe. So this was the first down move, and then there could be another one. Now, the only reason the dollar index probably isn't lower now is because the dollar index wound up on CNBC. And if it's on CNBC, well, it may take a week or two to pan out. Okay, that's just the way it is. Okay, Zcash, token metrics grade. So as long as Zcash holds up, I see a high likelihood that Zcash will hold 76 and go to 100, not investment advice. After it goes to 100, I'm going to be looking to buy any dip possible. Because remember, it's not a bull market until you can buy a dip and make money. Zcash on a 2-week chart, I have a key pivot at 76. If Zcash is not below 76 at the close of Friday, it has a shot at 103 by the end of day Monday. That's my opinion. Okay, it gets to 100, you take profits, and then we look to buy back. Okay, NFT 25. Zcash quant levels. Now, there may be a more substantial dip, but I am guessing that the range for Zcash between now and Labor Day is either between 182 or between 171. Now, of course, I would love it if the range was between 100 and 120. But I have to be real, okay? Because, again, I think we're headed for like 3 days of FOMO. And, you know, if you missed it, you missed it. If you missed Bitcoin at 100 back in the day, okay, you did get another opportunity to buy it. You're probably going to get an opportunity to buy Zcash on a dip or a range in the second half of August. And I think you're definitely going to get a dip to get your hands on Zcash in October or November. So be cool, be patient, shop for Zcash Merge. That's what I'm doing. All right. And then we'll keep you posted on this stream because, you know, the Zcash people don't know that this is like the Zcash maxi market update. Cardano, which I continue to pound the table on, assuming the market doesn't fall out of bed, Cardano's token metrics grade is above 80 and Cardano has done nothing. This is kind of like a dream formation in token metrics in the past, right? You know, everybody thinks that, I don't know, like I have to buy such and such layer one to hedge the ETH merge. Well, I got an idea, just a crazy idea. What happens if the ETH merge comes off and that hurts all the ETH killers from last year and it leaves ETH, Polkadot, and Cardano as the future of crypto temporarily? Crazy, right? Insane. Heresy. Well, I don't know. There's a lot of people out there that like Cardano, and it would be really ironic if the ETH merge, right, also produced, or it's somewhere, not in the same sentence, but if there was an ETH merge catalyst and a Cardano catalyst all at the same time, they both go. Okay, keeping a close eye on Solana. So a Solana price prediction, right, at 44 was resistance. Okay, Solana dipped back to 41. We do have some quant work in Solana, right, that indicates that 48 is possible. So is Solana considered something that won't be hurt by the ETH merge? Solana has Solana phone, right? Solana operating system. There's also an ETH operating system for mobile phones. Okay. Is that Apple and Android? Who knows? Okay. Some layer one will go with ETH. Other layer ones may get hurt. Right now, I think the market is looking at Solana as a possible beneficiary. It's also looking at Near as a hedge. And Cardano's the dark horse. Now, on the subject of layer ones, okay, Oasis Network rose, broke above resistance at 9 cents, came back and retested it. We love this fundamentally, as I recall. Okay, obviously, there was a massive give up trade in this thing from 20 cents down to 4 cents. And then lo and behold, it's starting to break out and go the other way. Now, folks, if you look over here, right, this thing went straight down and it can go straight back up again, right? This is a September to remember candidate. Now, there's resistance at 11 cents and 13 cents. It may base on 9 cents, but I don't see any reason why 17 cents or 21 cents is not possible, especially if you have a general bull market. This privacy thing, the government has done the holders of these cryptos a favor. It's become a positive catalyst. And that is the market update. Okay. So let's bring back the charts and try some live TA. Okay, I see somebody is in here. Okay, start off with XDC. Motoring. Okay, so what you can see in XDC is, and this is why I draw up these fib speed resistance lines. Okay, so the last level I was watching was 0.031. The next level to watch is 0.038. Okay, if it gets above 0.038, look out. It's 0.047. So if you suffered with this, whatever's going on here, just leave it, right? Just leave it. especially over this weekend. I mean, let them see how far they can ramp it. I mean, don't be a pig. I mean, because again, you know, this has come. Let's just do a fib retracement here. Okay. The 38% retracement of the overall move down is 40 cents. So I would suspect that, you know, you would see sellers at 38, at 0.038. Sorry. No, I'm sorry. At the 38% retracement at 0.04. Let me just draw that. So if you see this thing stop at 0.04 and get tired, right, and you've been trapped in this, then you best think about it. Okay. Harmony. Again, don't listen to the scammer on Facebook, please. Okay. Again, see, I believe this is a layer 1. Okay. It's as simple as this. This stuff's breaking out, right? This stuff's breaking out. Okay. I mean, this is your classic rounding bottom. You know, it's time for like a John Rambo meme. You know, nothing is over. Nothing. This is just getting started. Okay. I mean, this is an obvious rounding bottom and an obvious breakout. Okay. The more negative tornado cash headlines, the more anything in this sector or that's correlated with this sector is going to go up, in my opinion. Okay. Megan is here. Welcome. Okay. Mad Max is asking, is Astrobot a free way? Do you have 0.25 ETH in your wallet? If it may be more expensive than 0.25 ETH, would you have been better to release Astrobot on IMX with no gas fee? Okay, so that's a good question. As I understand it, they're hard at work figuring out Astrobot pricing. Okay, so they got to do Astrobot on ETH. That I know. That I know. Okay, I know that if you go into Twitter and interact with them, you get the Discord invite. Okay, somebody has been trying to use the token metrics grade. Can you visit the alerts, and can we use this, or can you point us toward a tutorial to help us execute this better? Okay, so support at Token Metrics. I know the guys who run that. Okay, they will help you. A lot of times looking for things where the grade has mooned, but the price hasn't. They're actually working on functionality to automate that and help make that easier. Looking for instances where the grade is going up, but the price is not. Okay, I just happened to trip over that in Cardano. Okay. Jashim says, buy the rumor, sell the news, but if the news is a rumor, what do we do, buy or sell? Okay, good question. All right, I have a colleague, a former colleague on Twitter, and I completely agree with what he said. Okay, the ETH Merge is not a sell the fact event. The ETH Merge is 3 Bitcoin halvings. It's going to reduce the supply of the currency of culture. And if financial conditions are favorable for risk assets, right, what's going to happen when money managers come in after Labor Day? They're going to be like, oh my God, we're missing out. The FOMO isn't going to be retail. I think retail is going to accumulate on dips in August or on sideways moves in August. Retail may already be long. The people who are not long are the institutions. Novogratz told you that 2 days ago. Novogratz is like everybody looking, nobody putting in Bitcoin, meaning everybody's interested in crypto, but no one's buying it. Now, that's probably because they have to report it to the SEC, but trust me, you know, they'll fill out the paperwork for the SEC rather than get beat out. Because remember, in legacy and in crypto hedge funds, right? If one hedge fund's buying it and they're making money, you better buy it and make money because they're outperforming you. That's what creates FOMO in institutions in legacy. All it takes is one fund to start buying something for somebody to go, oh my God, I got to get in too. Makes sense. Okay, I wanted to just throw this up on the air. Cosmos. Okay, interoperability. Okay, Kusama is interesting to me. Again, you know, a giant base. Like it's not quite. I've seen this before in Kusama. I saw it when Kusama was at 21. Kind of like a downward sloping wedge. I swear to God, if Kusama breaks out of this, Polkadot's going to 15 and Kusama's going to 90, not investment advice. Seriously. Like this whole interoperability trade, completely like just forgotten about. Everyone's like, what's Web3? I think I did a video on this. What's Web3? Well, I should have just said Polkadot, dummy, but we needed to have more content, right? Web3 is about owning your own data and connectivity. You know, I could be wrong, but in Cosmos, this looks an awful lot like Teacup and Handle. I mean, sending this to somebody internally right now. I'm sending this to our quant department. Okay. Teacup and Handle. Somebody wants me to look at EWT. Okay, Steve. Can anybody hear that? Just out of curiosity. Do I have to kill TradingView? I think TradingView is just talking to me or I'm losing my mind, either one. Okay, let me get TradingView back up again. Just give me a second. Okay, so we're looking at EWT. Again, don't send any money to anybody on Facebook. I promise I'm getting EWT up. I'm going to get to your coins as best I can. Okay, EWT. All right, notice, interesting that the Williams oscillator hung out at 0. And then when this thing decided to go, it was time to go. Goodness. This thing is like so destroyed. I had to go to like a 3-day chart to get a fib speed resistance read off this. Okay. So it looks like they're stopping at $4.04. And a textbook for these fib speed resistance lines. If they break it out, it's $5.64. I mean, I think for the next 2 days, you know, if you've been suffering in this, and again, look at this Williams oscillator. I'm seeing this all over the place, actually. You know, you can get really big moves when this oscillator gets near 0. Let me see if it's on the 2-day. Yeah, man, the 2-day, right? Williams oscillator at 0, right? Poking its head up here. So I'm not familiar with what this is, but I do know that if it breaks above or closes above 404, 564 is next. This is telling you something about the market, right? Like, we look at the market top down, we look at Bitcoin and ETH. We're saying we could have like a FOMO weekend, right? This could be the start of the FOMO weekend in some of these coins, right? There's a narrative. Finland is in the house, right? I'm glad you find this entertaining, and I'm glad it's helping people survive. High Hawk wants to know if the S&P is breaking the bearish trend. Ooh, legacy. Okay, well, so we've talked about legacy yesterday, and I have no problem talking about it again. So they said this was a bear flag in stocks. Wrong. It's not. Okay, it's not. Okay, the reason that that's relevant is that they think there's a bear flag in Bitcoin, and it's not. Like, if it's not a bear flag in stonks, it's not going to be a bear flag in Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going to take out the top of this thing at 25 and rip just like equities. Okay, so the most ridiculous thing I can think to say about equities is if it made a new high, it would kill people. Like, this has got to be the most hated rally I have seen in stocks in a long time. Every big pension fund, everybody said, I'm not buying stocks, I'm buying bonds. And when you look at S&P futures, I mean, it's breaking out above 4,200. There's a saying in legacy, okay? Don't short the quiet market. Right? When the market just sits still, don't short it. Don't. Okay? So, this incessant grind up in equities, oh my God, the pain. No one wants to be long. Everyone wants to be short. Goldman doesn't like it. Pension funds all turned around and bought bonds. Right? I'll just show you something from Legacy. I'll see if I can find it. Okay, we're talking about Eurodollar futures. Okay, I'm looking for it at the CME. I can't seem to find it. Okay, the bond market is obsessed. The bond market is obsessed. Not working. The bond market is obsessed with lower rates in the future. Okay, that's why a lot of people wanted to buy bonds, and instead, stocks are moving. Stocks are moving. Okay. Somebody says, I'm the best lunchtime analysis. Thank you. I appreciate that. Please keep on listening. Okay, we have Woo Network. All right. Is Woo Network a part of the decentralized DEX future? All right. In other words, is Woo Network something to look at, like DYDX? Well, let's see. It's above its 60-day moving average, and it's got room to test 27 cents. I think you got to watch out in any play that enhances trading and derivatives. Crypto hedge funds will never, ever go back to trading on centralized exchanges only. It's not going to happen. Okay, so AMP not moving. Okay, people seem to want to buy the dip, but nobody wants to pay over a penny. So yeah, people want to buy the dip, but you can't have momentum. You can't have a bull market until, someone wants to buy it when it's higher, and then other people come in and buy it on a dip. So I know the whole market's up, and I know hope springs eternal in altcoins. If your bag is not moving in September, then call your accountant. ERG. Wow. Gather we looked at this before a long time ago. Let me take a look at this fib structure, see what we got here. Incredible. Okay, so ERG it looks like you've got the 60-day moving average and a fib speed resistance point at 321. So you made nice money here, but you're going to need a lot more power to get through 321. Now, I'm not saying it's not happening because, again, in this market, like let's say September is gangbusters. I mean, this is what I would call the previous fourth wave. Elliott guys call it the previous fourth. What I call it is, where did the give up trade start? That's going to be the new game. Where's the 60-day exponential moving average? That's the red line. Okay. Then you're going to want to ask yourself, where are the quant support and resistance levels when you get your token metrics subscription with TM25, right? Coupon. And then it's $5.54 is where the give up trade started from. So 321 is real resistance. But if you're a bag holder and you want to wait and it doesn't turn around and dump, I think a lot of these coins are going to go back to where they dumped from sell in May and go away. That's 3,500 ETH, by the way, right? You got to start identifying, like, where did the final dump occur? Okay. Can we check out Avalanche? Yes, we can. Haven't done a whole lot of Avalanche lately, right? Okay, we got involved at 23. Just as a reminder, the Avalanche calamity started from 100. Okay. Started at 100. Let's like do some fib speed resistance on this because I have not done that. Ooh, look at this. Okay. Avalanche kind of trying to go sideways through a big fib speed resistance line. Like I said, you got to watch out. You got to watch out for weekend FOMO in some of these coins. Okay, so like Avalanche is sitting here at 28, and the next, it's above the 60-day moving average. You got a pi cycle bottom 7 days ago. I don't know. Does anybody want to talk about Avalanche at 44? Probably not. Probably not. No one wants to hear anything. Everybody wants to hear that, I don't know, it's a trap. It's not a trap. Now, it may be a trap to buy Avalanche at 44. It's not a trap to look at it at 28. Not investment advice. Okay? Washington, D.C. is here. Welcome. Okay? Somebody likes Bill at night. Okay? Somebody's back to work. Appreciate you watching us on your lunch break. Okay, Bill, am I being salty selling DYDX on the basis of their centralization hammer? No. No, dude. If you made money in DYDX, if you made money, take the money. You know, something else is going to go up. I'm looking at this market right now. You know, HUT. Oh, my God. Look at this. I can't stop loving it. Look at this thing. This is like a Bitcoin miner. Tell me crypto is going down with this kind of price action. Look at this thing. This thing is taking out 301. The next level is 520. Right? These Bitcoin miners, we showed Glassnode data a couple streams ago. Actually, I saw some guy on Twitter, right? He put up like a large monitor in his house and effectively showed his feet like kind of propped up like he was watching us on TV. We appreciate that out there. People, miners hoovered up the capitulation at the bottom. Miners who are normally selling to cover cost of production, miners are like, oh, forget about it. We're putting this on our balance sheet. We'll take all of this at 20. These things are breaking out. This stuff was crashing, right? Coinbase, it's got to be the most hated stock in the whole world. Their credit was downgraded today, which, oh my God, by the way, the biggest reverse indicator of all time, okay, is when your credit gets downgraded, right? Like Lehman's credit was probably downgraded like 3 weeks before it blew up. Okay, when your credit gets downgraded, the move is over. Same thing when it gets upgraded. Coinbase is sitting on its 60-day moving average, and everyone hates it. That makes me not hate it. Okay, someone was asking about ARK. Here's ARK Innovation. Okay, they own Tesla and Bitcoin. And I know it may seem shocking that I might actually say something positive about ARK. I would rather do S&P, but don't short the quiet market, right? Like, look at this. You just, this is like trading in this like really tight range. They tried to sell it yesterday, right? And buyers counterattacked them. So somebody's looking to buy the dip in stonks. And if they're looking to buy the dip in stonks, man, just be careful in crypto over the weekend. This could get totally stupid, right? Totally stupid. RNDR. And I'll tell you what, I would love to see a metaverse catalyst in September. I don't know what that is. Part of me is kind of hoping that some big corporation talks about what they're going to offer for Christmas in the metaverse, like goggles or glasses. I mean, Render is a bird on a wire getting ready to fly because it's sitting on its 60-day exponential moving average. If you got a coin, you got to know where the 60-day is. TRB. Okay, don't forget Token Metrics, your destination for intellectually honest market updates and live TA. Okay, so this must be a Gantt structure I drew a long time ago. Back before I discovered dark mode. And interestingly, it looks like there's Gantt support at 36. So if it's above 36, and it looks like the next Gantt support is at resistance is at 61. This is a 2-day chart of TRB. Not sure what they're doing here, but the biggest lesson I can give you from this chart is this. This thing made this like wild wick breakout above the 60-day moving average. And then look at this candle, right? They sneak above it, they break out, they return, and then it's gone. It's gone, right? Now, is that going to happen to every altcoin? No. But if you knew where the 60-day moving average was, you knew if you read up to like page 50 of the candlestick book, you could have done something with this if you knew about it fundamentally. Okay. Okay, somebody's saying this is the best nighttime analysis. So it sounds like Australia likes that one late live stream that we did If you like late night live streams, as in late night US time, feel free to leave a comment, because I'm talking about this with our producer. He said people seem to love, if you need a regular late night or you like the late night breaking news. Okay, so we have a 2-day chart of Illuvium. Okay, obviously destroyed like everything else. Okay, so I'm looking at the fib speed resistance lines. Okay, very interesting. Okay, so just try to fool around here and draw some stuff. This looks like a downward sloping give up trade. It also looks like 118 is the key pivot in Illuvium. So I think we talked about this before. They're poking their head through it. I'm not the only one who knows about it. I would say the next level above that is 163. So they know it's here. It goes up there. They sell it. It comes back. Don't fade anything that's like NFT infrastructure. Okay. So I know we like this. I know the boss likes this, right? Our hedge fund, they like this. It has not broken above its 60-day moving average yet, but that makes it possibly even more interesting that our guys think it has a fundamental case and it has not broken out yet. Okay, right now they're actually hitting it today. So that's very interesting. Near. Okay, so they're definitely buying this as a hedge against an ETH fail. If it breaks out above 6 or 607, it's going up, right? I know this is a very unique blockchain as a long-term investment. I don't know that you need an ETH 2.0 hedge. If ETH 2.0 doesn't happen, there is no hedge. Okay, if near breaks 607, it can do well. I recommend looking at it on token metrics. You got to know only 23% of big cap coins are above their 60-day moving average. So there's going to be a move, and it could be over the weekend, right? Where this thing just goes, you know what? We're taking all these things through the averages. Now, again, that would be a 3-day trading rally. Okay, I would not be FOMOing into ETH at 2100, right? If you're gonna do a trade, not investment advice, lean on that level we talked about at 1867 and see if it can go to 2100. Then if you want to hodl, right, and see if, it's like 1867, 2100 for 2 weeks, it's really hard to predict what happens when the market gets quiet. Okay. Okay. In 30 days, will I be rich? Okay. I have perhaps a better structure for thinking. In 45 days, will I have captured all the profits I can if my market view is correct? So no one is right all the time, including me. Okay. That's a fact, obviously. Okay. KDA, what you want to do is if you have a market view, like if I think the market's going up in September for GAN reasons, right? If you think the market's going up, then you want to make sure that your implementation of the trade is right. The biggest mistake in trading is not getting up or down wrong. It's getting up right, but not having the correct positions. Okay. So KDA is very interesting at 2.09. That's actually pretty decent support. And you know what? It's very interesting headed into the ETH merge that you're getting a lot of these lower cap layer ones that are perking up. You know, they may have features like speed or privacy, etc. Interesting. Very interesting. Somebody wants to give me a Zcash tattoo. Don't tempt me. Okay, let's look at DYDX. Unfortunately, you know, DYDX can't make it through 260. It's probably my fault because I talked about it too much. DYDX has got to take out 250, 260. Really, the 60-day moving average is at 280. Now, that said, you know, if ETH takes off again, this may have a shot. This could also be done because this was the first thing to rally off the bottom. Now, this chart formation, you know, it's almost like if DYDX actually broke out above 280, you would just want to go with it because it was going to 4. It may be a rare case where it's a better buy at higher levels than it is now. Okay, John appreciates the love and support, sir. We appreciate you. No, I was on a, I think the YouTube channel is Debate Crypto. This guy, Crypto Keeper. Love this guy, right? He's actually mixing like the prepper community. He's an ex-Marine, mixing the preppers with crypto. Fascinating stuff. Okay, he has got some cool tattoos for sure. Okay, METIS. Okay, 5 and 101 reminding you to hit the like button. Since he reminded you to hit the like button, I would remind you to hit it hard and often, hopefully on both your computer, tablet, and your phone, just to make sure the algorithm gets the point. Okay, so this is METIS. Obviously, it completely destroyed altcoin. Basically came out and went straight down. It may have a rounding bottom, and it may look really good if it takes out 56. Right now, it's at 46. The 60-day moving average is at 52. So, yes, it's sort of a rounded bottom, but it's got a lot of work to do in terms of taking out resistance. I guess the way I would describe this is if you suffered with this long, because again, this came out and went straight down. So undoubtedly, you may have bought the dip and gotten hosed. I get it. I'm sorry if that's what happened. But this is close to a level where if it starts breaking out between 50 and 56, then you know you got something real happening. Okay? Let's see if I can get K3PR. Okay, so we start to see these type of requests. Now, the good news is it's pretty close to a key level at 161. Okay, so it keeps going sideways, but when it breaks these fib speed resistance lines, it doesn't do anything. Now, the day that it does, that's when you pay attention to it. Okay. And, you know, if this doesn't get going in September, then call your accountant. Okay. Someone says Bitcoin's got a little pump to it above 24,000. ETH's got that pump to it. I smell weekend FOMO. There is no FOMO like weekend FOMO, especially when you get all these institutions. They're all at the beach. They're trying to relax. All of a sudden, the phone rings. Oh, no, we're not long enough. They say buy at the market, at which point you sell to them and try to buy it back next week when the SEC gets grouchy. Okay. 0.042 is the 60-day moving average. So Casper has so much work to do. This poor coin is so destroyed. Now, it is breaking out. That's good. Okay. Nobody wants to buy it where the give up trade started from. I think you can be hopeful that everything is going to test 0.0. Everything is going to test the 60-day moving average. Right? If you go to Token Metrics, and I believe this page is free, actually. I kind of live on this page. Okay. 23% of large cap coins are above their 60-day exponential moving average. This up move is not over until this reads like 90 or 100. Then we're selling to all the institutions who are going to FOMO in. And the market's going to go up until they like it. That's later. This weekend and after Labor Day. Okay. But again, don't doubt what these guys can do over the weekend. But if they do it over the weekend, you do get some crazy trading profits. Please take them. Seriously, don't be a pig if you get a big move this weekend. You know, take some profits and see what happens. Okay? Don't buy ETH at 2,100 Sunday night. That's probably not going to turn out good. Okay? All right, folks, let's wrap this up. Let's summarize. I think this weekend is up, not investment advice. We're here for entertainment. Always remember that. I still think there's going to be some sort of dip or disturbance in August. It's probably going to be the SEC. If you get the dip, those are the things to take advantage of. If you joined and started crypto yesterday and you feel like you've missed the up move and there will never be another up move again in your life because the guy that sat next to you at the bar caught ETH at 1250 and you didn't. Relax. There will be another move, and the big move hasn't even happened yet. So if you missed it, you missed it. Take your trading profits if you got them, right, on any FOMO move. Then we're going to study this market hard. So you want to be here. You want to be subscribed to the channel, and maybe you want to go back and watch the video from the last 2 days, okay? So you can figure out, hey, this is what the future holds, and these are the levels. I did a lot of Token Metrics quant level work yesterday. Support and resistance drawn by AI. You can get that in yesterday's video, or you can get it with your 25% off coupon, NFT25. Okay, people, that's it. This video is your weekend market update. We will see you on Monday.